Better than this, does it? Major playoff implications in this one tonight.
Both teams have a lot on the line in this contest. Seeding in the postseason can make or break a team's chances.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Santi Aldama. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. And it's Abrinas in at the shooting guard. Pass to Aldama. Here's Diaz. Fires the three, and he's good on the three ball.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
Now, here's Wagner. Last time out, he had 13 points. There's the three. Abrinas with a rebound. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Just 5 to shoot. Abrinas with the bucket.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Here's De Silva. Wagner outside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, over 80% from the line for his career. You do not want to foul Franz in the act.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And with his percentage at 87, he's done just about everything they could have asked when it comes to free throw shooting.
First free throw is good.
And for his position, Franz Wagner gives you everything you could ask for. Passing, rebounding, scoring, and he competes defensively as well.
Garuba, he's checked in for Hernan Gomez.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Here's Garuba. Lets it go from deep. Aldama gets the bucket.
Well, a good start here. That's Trey for Trey, and that's Spanish for 3.
Wagner outside. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. That's it. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. To the right side. Her kicks to Wagner. There's 1:34 left in the first quarter. Schroeder, right side. Shot on the wing. Aldama with the rebound.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
Pass to Abrinas. Pulls it from 20. Not going to go that time.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you want him taking that kind of shot.
Here's De Silva. There's the triple, and that one's good. Schroeder, and it's a tie ball game.
Yeah, Schroeder just letting this long shot fly when he finds the angle he wants.
Diaz the pass to Garuba. Aldama with the ball. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Pass to Schroeder. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Here's De Silva. Sinks the triple.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Pass to Aldama. Count it from 12. Aldama's got 5 points so far. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Leading by a point. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And buenas noches, basketball fans. It's Latin night here on 2K Sports. And you might have noticed the custom jerseys worn by the players. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
If they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And here is Washington. Pass to Hartenstein. Here's Wagner. Hernan Gomez covering. Wagner against Hernan Gomez. And it's Wagner missing.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
And here is Hernan Gomez. Kicks it out to Rubio. And the basket is good. Every year, Greg, we get a new batch of rookies into the NBA, and sometimes we're all guilty of judging them too early.
Oh, absolutely. I think we need probably 3 years to evaluate a player. You know, fans and media can be a little harsh at times, but not everybody develops at the same rate.
Here's Wagner. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Rubio looking it over. Down low. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Now, that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
Now Hartenstein. Still yet to score. Back to Washington. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. Got a nice 3 of 3 to start the second. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively.
They've been playing great lockdown defense over the past month. They close out on shooters extremely well and do not allow easy looks.
Here's Rubio. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Rubio. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Wagner with the rebound. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. From past the arc. Traps in the tray. Wagner's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Something Wagner continues to work on. It's huge when he's connecting from outside.
Here's Diaz. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
They set the pick. Schroeder outside. Pass to De Silva. And it's denied. 32 seconds left in the first half. Here's Diaz. The layup off target.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
Pass to Wagner. Takes the 13-footer, and that's off the glass and in. Wagner's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wagner able to get that one lined up from mid-range.
Here's Rubio. And there it is for him. Guys, what a tight start to the game this has been.
And it's still in the first half. This could be a wild one.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Leading by just 1. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Tyronn Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run the transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Tyronn. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
Hey, Shaq, during the course of your career, you won several of these awards. That's certainly...
Depth has been the key for them so far. They've gotten a nice spark from their second unit, especially at the offensive end.
And they've needed... Thank you for being with us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Without question, Franz Wagner displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure Coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Diaz, the pass to Aldama. It's Abrinas, top the key. Count that bucket. Abrinas has got his second basket of the night.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
We've got Hernan Gomez, and it's Aldama in at the 4-man position. Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Pass to De Silva. The putback, great positioning on the putback.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Diaz. He's got 6. Aldama. De Silva with the rebound. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Wagner outside. And that one is off. Doing extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. Hernan Gomez, a screen. A 3-ball. The shot by Diaz, no good. Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Pass to Schroeder. Now, here's Wagner. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Wagner's got 14 points for the game.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
And Tyronn Lue calls timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. You look at Aldama, second in the league, extremely accurate from beyond the arc.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
Pass to Abrinas. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Schroeder. Diaz, good. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail. Wagner
on the wing. Here's the 3. Back Doesn't go either for Wagner. On 2 of 4 here to start the second half. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. To the left wing. Bounce pass from Aldama. Here's Diaz. And a miss there on the triple. 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. Wagner outside. They set the pick. Fires the three. The shot will not fall.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Here's Abrinas. Drills the baseline jumper. Abrinas has got 4 points now in the quarter. It's a close game here in Brooklyn. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy.
And as things present themselves throughout a game, teams have to adapt on the fly.
And timeouts are a wonderful opportunity to just settle in and recollect the thoughts of your entire team. Not just the guys playing, but the entire team.
Wagner outside. It's good.
I don't know if you would consider this, but he's got such a nice touch around the rim. Maybe you foul him there?
Rubio outside to the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Switch. 30 seconds left in the third. Here's De Silva. Hernan Gomez covering. Rubio left side. Banked in off the glass.
Pushing the action, getting others involved. He does it time and time again.
Nice to play with a point guard that takes pride in playmaking. It makes you move around just a little bit faster to get open spots.
Count that one.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
From deep three-point territory. And no good on the last second attempt this time. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Up 3. And we're just moments away from the start. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Inside, over to the wing. Screen by Hartenstein. And Garuba pulls it down. 61% showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. To the inside. Here's Tiemann, and he hits it to tie the game up.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Well, coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Not burned on that one.
To the paint. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
So both teams making some changes here. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. He told him he liked the way they were working, but he said we have to really get after it. All we need is a couple of stops. Keep your focus. We'll see if they can close it out. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. Diaz, the pass to Abrinas. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Right at the free throw line. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Yeah, crucial basket there. And as long as they've got that mismatch, big on small, they've got to take advantage.
The more that you level up in the game of basketball, it becomes about the matchups, identifying the weakest link and then exploiting it.
And he gets the bucket.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
And it's Wagner missing.
He wants that one over again, I guarantee that. Nobody's even in the neighborhood.
It's to Diaz. Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Tight defense on him.
I have no idea why he went with the fadeaway there. The defense was nowhere near him, and he should have just kept it simple.
And that one's good. Wagner.
Going on the attack there. Great effort from Wagner.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. First free throw is good, and that brings them within 2 here. Both shots good from the strike.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
Wagner outside. Off target from outside. Being about 59% from the floor offensively, they've been running without a hitch. Back to Aldama. Here's Aprinas. Nails the triple.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's De Silva, and the three ball is good.
And that's a bounce back three, and they're back in the lead.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Back to Aprinas. Pass to Aldama. Here's Diaz. Here's Gomez. Yes!
Yeah, he is sneaky at the rim. Lays it in against heavy pressure.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Guys, what are their best options now?
You know, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who he has execute in these moments.
We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Wagner outside. Takes the three. Aldama with the rebound. So they foul intentionally.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game.
Drops the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Here's Wagner. Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way, no roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And he is unable to get the second one. From deep three-point land. Oh, the all-or-nothing shot. No good. And so the road team gets...
back-to-back. Is managing minutes a priority for the coaching staff, Doris?
I think, Brian, for coaches, you're just reacting in real time to how the game unfolds. Minutes are always a concern when it's a back-to-back situation. But let's say we get down the stretch and this is a possession ball game. Usually you're going to choose, I'm going to put my best players on the floor and try to win the game right in front of me.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Chanchar. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Simmons is checked in for Mills.
Blackbo Chanchar at the line for one.
And here's Giddey. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Pass to Exum. Outside Giddey. Puts it up. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Well, you call for a screen, you find the window, and you execute in pick-and-roll action. That is Josh Giddey at his best.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, Taylor Jenkins had a few moments to share with me. I asked him if he thinks anyone has a better feel for the game than Luka Doncic, and he told me, I don't want to get into a comparison, but what I can say is that he controls the pace like no one else. You can't speed him up, you can't slow him down. Guys?
Okay, thanks, Allie. Just a superb read on defense to come up with the block.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
And just over a minute played here to start the game. And book it, Chanchar.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Simmons against Doncic. Simmons, the pass to Giddey. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
Boy, it looked like the defense was perfectly positioned. Outstanding contest. And Josh Giddey says, I don't care. I'm scoring anyway.
Here's Chanchar. He has 6. Back to Doncic. 6 to shoot. To the paint. Picked it out of midair. In transition. Here they come. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Personal foul.
Boy, don't you love to see the burst from Dante Exum. That lightning speed toward the cup, really nice.
Green's checked in for Ingles. And he sinks the second. Gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. From deep, here's Doncic. Second chance shot. It's hauled in by Landale.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
That gives him the lead.
We love how Dante Exum gets inside. He's got terrific touch close.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Let's look at the best shooting teams in the association.
The basketball IQ this team possesses is special. They don't rush anything on the offensive end. They take their time and stay patient trying to find the best shot possible.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. And here's Doncic outside. Buries it from 3.
Well, you better have a lot of confidence to shoot from that deep. Doncic, yes, sir.
Outside, Green. Back to Giddey. From the wing. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Giddey's got 6.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Doncic. An important role in this offense, averaging around 12.5 per game.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Here's Giddey. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first. Doncic against Simmons. And it's Simmons with the jam.
Ben Simmons, what a dribble drive. How about the handle? Woo!
There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Clock at 4. Pass to Doncic. The rebound by Ben Simmons. Now here's Giddey. Takes the 3. And that's not going to go. First quarter wrapping up here, and it's a tie game. And the second quarter is on its way when we return. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, their offense is clicking so far, capturing the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Inside. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot. All right, Doris, you think this heliocentric style of play can lead to championship success?
Brian, this is such a big-time question, and I think a difficult one to answer. By heliocentric, we mean that the best player on your team is making up a greater percentage of the usage, meaning the ball is in their hands more. What that has led to are some of the most efficient offenses in the history of the game. But does it lead to championships? That is the answer to the question we all seek.
To the inside, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Simmons. And the latest update on All-Star voting. Not much time left. Only a couple more days to cast your ballot.
Oh, it's coming down to the wire. Some of these players are sweating it out.
You look at Giddey. He checks in second in the Western Conference. The fans just love this guy.
You better believe he's earned it. It's been an incredible season for him, and I think he should be part of that starting lineup.
And keep checking in for the latest in All-Star voting results. Ingles finds Green. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute to play. Baines passes to Simmons. Three-pointer, no good. And he gets the bucket.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. He wants to review the game plan.
They had a tough time beyond the arc. A lot of their possessions ended in missed threes.
What was most disturbing to me was they didn't have a backup plan, right? The threes aren't falling. What do you do next?
Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Counted. Giddey's got 8.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
Nails the baby hook.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
From downtown, that one doesn't drop.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
And here's Doncic outside. Doncic delivers from range.
The three-point ability balances every other aspect of Luka's game, and when he's cooking from deep, look out.
Here's Giddey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
Doncic with it. Green picks him up. It's stolen by Green. Here we go, one-on-one. Outside Giddey. On the wing, Daniels. Down low. Fades. And it's Green missing.
Boy, against so little defensive pressure, you have to convert that.
Doncic. Murphy grabs a miss.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Daniels, that one's true.
So strong at the rim. That'll serve Daniels well here in this league.
Now here's Doncic. He's got 6. 32 seconds left to play in the first half. The shot's good.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
23 seconds left in the first half of this game. And it's Giddey off the drive. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
What a nice take from the young Australian. Josh Giddey does not fear getting hit on the way up.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Both free throws good from Giddey. 15 seconds left in the first half. Doncic outside. With the teardrop. There's the 3. Second chance effort. No good on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half. This game is tied. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
22.
My bed is the best you can buy, but it ain't as soft as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
New topic. Fellas, we've got a number of... Thanks as always.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
We've got Patrick Mills. Jock Landale is out there with Joe Ingles. Then there's Dante Exum, and it's Giddey in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Now here's Giddey. 12 points for him. Mills, no good. Doncic with it. Oh, Luka, like a bull in there.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Pass to Landale. Outside Giddey. 4-3. Knocks down the long J. Giddey's got 15.
Great to see Josh Giddey attacking like this. You've got to keep your foot on the gas pedal when you are shooting lights out.
Here's Chanchar. He's got 6. Doncic outside. On Wednesday, then on Friday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And here are some of the best scorers in the league so far. Second, Luka Doncic.
He's proven to be an essential part of their offensive efforts, always playing hard on that end and ensuring they come up with points.
Exum outside. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Left side Giddey. Just 5 to shoot. Landale with a screen. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Giddey's got 5 points in the quarter.
Josh Giddey taking the in-between game because that's what the defense conceded.
Pass to Chanchar. A minute 58 left in the third quarter here. And here's Doncic outside. Sinks that one. Now shooting 5 of 10 and looking sharp.
Stop it. An incredible move to shake his man. Getting the defender on his heels, doing the rest with ease.
And it's Giddey missing. Gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. From behind the arc. Exum's shot is off. Gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to go since the break. Right around 3 minutes into this second half. From deep, here's Doncic. Knocks it down from distance. Doncic has got 11 in the second half.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Back to Giddey. Ingles against Doncic. And yep, it's good. Ingles has got 5 now.
Over time, Joe Ingles has become so confident in that jumper. He knows he has the green light to shoot.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. From deep, here's Doncic. And it's Giddey with a rebound.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Exum outside. Outside Mills. Takes a 3. Ingles, that one's good. Ingles has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
Pass to Doncic. Shoots over Mills. A nice shot by Doncic. Doncic has got 13 points now in the quarter.
Well, there's an unpredictability to his offensive game. He is always keeping the defense off balance.
And we've reached the end of the third, leading by 5. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Simmons, the pass to Daniels, to the middle. Here's Green, and it's hammered home by Green.
And coming down the stretch, you just can't afford that type of defensive breakdown.
And right now, neither side can get a stop. Looks like both coaches will have plenty of material for the film room.
To the inside. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
I didn't know if they could match that last slam, but it only took them a couple of moments.
Hey, not the best interior defense on those last few trips, but who cares? That was awesome. Simmons with a screen on Dragic. Pass to Green. Simmons up top. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Daniels for 3. Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist.
Oh, good shot from Daniels. He understands he needs to keep knocking these down for his team.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged.
All right, let's get to the court. It gets loud for your breaker.
Chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. This might be a close late game, but don't tell Coach. They were cool as a cucumber in the huddle, and I think that resonates with their players. We'll see if that approach works. Brian?
Allie, thank you.
I'll tell you, he's been much better in the second half. He's taking smarter shots. He's looking more comfortable. And guess what? He's in a groove.
Exum outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Exum's gone just 1 for 4 so far. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. From 12 feet, drained it for 2 points. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
And that one's good. Giddey.
Oh, that's a big bucket. Putting the offense on his shoulders right there.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's a minute 59 left to play in the fourth. Here's Chanchar. Sends it home from three-point land.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
Now Giddey. Floats one. It's Exum on the wing. Pass to Mills. Landale with a screen. The kick out to Ingles from the arc. Gets the three to fall.
My goodness, Joe Ingles, the poise and on point in a big-time moment.
And here's Doncic outside. The rebound by Ingles. Gone 4 of 7 from the field in the fourth quarter. Here's Mills driving in, and he gets that one. Mills has got his first points of the night.
Well, Patty Mills has been run off the three-point line so many times. He knows he had to add the floater, and he does.
Here's Doncic. Oh, Luka just trampling the defense.
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
Giddey passes to Ingles. Launches it. And he sinks it. And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Big-time shot, sending his teammates into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Mills against Doncic. Now here's Giddey. He's guarded closely.
Guys, there is no doubting the passing ability of Josh Giddey. Pretty low.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Doncic. Oh, he nails it!
Yeah, Luka Doncic, one of the few guys you want handling the ball in crunch time.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. What's the best strategy for him?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
Well, they've got to be aggressive, guys, because the defense doesn't want to foul here.
Lets it go from 11. And it's Giddey missing.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
Oh, he had it in his sights. He wanted it. That bucket would have been huge.
There's 18 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the top.
He gets the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Yeah, the crucial part of those free throws is that it now makes it a 2-possession game.
And here's Mills for 3. And it's in. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings them within 1. And now they foul and stop the clock.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for the away team.
Good on the first. And that'll put them up 2. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. We're going the other way. 7 seconds left in the final quarter. To win the game. And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
I love to see when those shots go in. The winner at the buzzer. It doesn't get any better.
You couldn't dream up a more dramatic finish. 3 points.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For
MVP voting over the last few years, it has been dominated by the big men, especially 7-footers.
Yeah, pretty unique, right? For years, 7-footers didn't get much MVP love, and this stuff is somewhat cyclical, as you know, Kevin. Big shifts happen, like the talk of getting rid of conferences because the West was too strong once upon a time. That conversation and narrative flipped too, so I think, again, cyclical stuff happens in this league.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Outside, Bogdanovich. Six to shoot. Releases. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Pass to Schroeder. Fires at the elbow, and they pick up 2. Schroeder's got his second bucket of the night.
There's the added discipline to Schroeder's game on display there, just taking what the defense allows.
Jokic a screen. 3-pointer. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Schroeder. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. And it's Wagner missing.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Launches a 3. Sinks the 3-pointer. He's got 8.
Talk about a great start. 3 of 3 from the field to get the game going. They're cooking with gas, folks.
The first quarter of action, 2 minutes in. Now Schroeder, looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's De Silva, misses from short range.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Pass to Jokic. Off target at the rim. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's De Silva. Nobody near Schroeder. Trains the three-pointer. Schroeder's got 7 points in the game.
This is where Schroeder has really improved over the years, hitting the three with some consistency.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down low, Milutinov off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys. Here's Tiemann. Here's Hartenstein. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Here's Teodosic. Pass to Jovic. And here's Bogdanovic for 3. Doesn't get it to drop for him. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Out to the wing. Here's Schroeder. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Hartenstein.
Substitution on the court.
9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. To the paint. Here's Jokic. Banked in off the glass.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They lead by 3 and will return shortly. Welcome back to Noche Latina, celebrating the Latin culture and their love for the game of basketball. It just keeps growing. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
They've got Isaiah Hartenstein, and it's Washington in at the point guard. Pass to De Silva. They double him with Jokic. Shot clock at 6. Washington, that's good.
You know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
They've got Washington, and it's De Silva in at the 4 spot. Here's Teodosic. Still yet to score. He gets that one.
17.
Pass to De Silva. And we play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. And that one, good.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
They've got Isaiah Hartenstein, and it's Washington in at the point. As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look here at the visitors. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference, and they're down 4 spots from them. To the left wing. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Bogdanovich with a screen on Wagner. Pass to Jokic. 5 on the clock. From deep. A three-pointer is right on target. He's got 11.
He's picking up right where he left off in the first quarter.
They set the pick. Wide open. Green for 2 points. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Right wing. Shoots from 14. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Over in the corner, Washington. And he's good on the 3-ball. Washington's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not a bunch of energy from the defense, which is why he was free to knock that down.
Hey, yo, right here.
And it ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On Sunday, they'll be facing Steven Adams. Then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Nikola Jovic is checked in for Nikola Jokic.
And the focus Bogdanovich has is tremendous. Able to take on contact and still convert.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Gone a perfect 4 of 4 since the second quarter began. Perfect from the field. Schroeder outside. 5 to shoot. Pass to De Silva. Misses, and he wants that one back.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Back to Bogdanovich. To the inside. Milutinov uses the glass to finish the layup.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Schroeder outside. Oh, good with the triple. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up 4. A chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And get ready for the fans.
The bench has stepped up to where I could see a couple of those guys closing out this game.
Yeah, we'll see how the second half goes, but...
And looking at the players of the month, here are the... And that about wraps it up.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Over to the left wing, to the middle. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 6 points for him.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
The 3. And the 3-ball is good.
And, you know, we all know Schroeder can score now, but they're a nice assist to his wide-open teammate.
Six on the shot clock. Here's Milutinov. Bank shot, no good. Around 60% of the night. Amazing work offensively so far. Pass to De Silva. They set the screen. Schroeder outside. Here's De Silva. Jokic defending. De Silva, no good. Doing fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Here's Jokic. A fadeaway J off the mark. Jokic has gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Pass to De Silva for the tie. The shot misses.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
Here's Jokic. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Jokic has got his second basket of the game.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Timeout. And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to talk some things over. Might be seeing some things to adjust. Both teams deciding to change it up. .158 left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. Clock at 6. Here's Tiemann. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. 1:37 left to play in the third. Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Jokic, and it's a foul called on Mo Wagner. That is his first foul of the game.
That high release of the Joker, if you're defending him, you better stay home.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
And I think it's clear he's gotten better in that department since last season. I mean, he looks a lot more comfortable at the line now, and he's getting better results.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
So crafty and clever at finishing inside. Schroeder doesn't lack confidence trying to get it up and down from this area.
Outside Bogdanovich. There's the triple. Connects from three-point range. Bogdanovich has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
Wagner with a screen for Schroeder. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Gone 4 of 6 from the field since the start of the third. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. The 19-foot shot. Unable to get that one.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
And that one released in time, but no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up by 7. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. We've got Teodosic, and it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. For the 3, sinks the triple.
And those are the types of shots down the stretch that win you ball games.
Pass to Teodosic. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Wagner.
Tough play that time by Wagner against the defense, drawing the foul.
First team foul. At the line for your home team, Moritz Wagner. 2 shots.
That's good from Wagner.
Wagner gives you size, and he can stretch the floor as well. I mean, he's a very solid player who knows how to play the game.
And so he makes both from the line. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. Jokic a screen. Jokic rising up.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle with his team. The message was simple. Keep fighting. Coach told his team, we're in this. We just need some extra effort. Let's go. See if they can come back. Kevin?
Thank you, David. And Wagner drives in. Shoots from the block. Uses the glass that time, and it's good.
Well, a really nice job to take what the defense was giving him there.
Outside, Bogdanovich. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now.
2 minutes.
From the top of the key, it's rebounded by Schroeder. It's been fun to watch in this game. They're at 57%. Teardrop shot. Jokic grabs the miss. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Lets the three fly. He can't hit that time.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Here's Wagner, and he hits it to tie the game up.
Wagner, one of those guys that loves to deliver when it matters most.
Inside. Jokic cannot be stopped inside.
Easy to understand why they turn to Jokic in these situations. He has a knack for cashing in on big possessions.
And that one's good, Wagner.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now, here's Jokic. To the left side wing. Bogdanovich wide open. Cans the three.
And he just seems to always deliver in the clutch. And he's got it going right now. That's who they want taking the big shot.
It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Well, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Now, here's Jokic. Shot clock at 5. It counts!
How about the big-time clutch basket from Jokic? No backup in him, despite the major pressure.
"16 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
The young fella taking charge of the situation. Wagner gets the clutch bucket for his team. How sweet is that?
And Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Now, here's Bogdanovich. Pass to Jokic. It's good!
I understand we're seeing some high-powered offense, but you've got to put up a little more resistance than that.
Come on now, look. Sit back and enjoy the fireworks. Nothing better than good offense.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this.
Like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Here's Diaz. Drops in the layup for two.
Good read by Aldama. His selfless attitude is why his guys enjoy playing with him.
Pass to Landale. To the paint. Exum outside. Here's Mills. Shot clock at 6. Ingles from outside. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Even against tight defense, he is so good from out there.
Hernan Gomez up top. Pass to Diaz. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. The three. Diaz, that's good. Diaz has got 5 now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Here's Landale. They set the pick. And here's Mills for 3. First shot won't go. Here's Diaz. He's guarded by Mills. Pass to Diaz. Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Diaz can't get it to go. Outside, Ingles. Now Giddey. It's deflected.
Using that near 7-foot frame, Aldama says not today.
Here's Diaz. He's guarded by Mills. Off target from 3-point range. Gone 1 for 3 so far. Exum passes to Ingles. Outside Giddey. Count it.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
Diaz passes to Hernan Gomez. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Here's Diaz. He buries it from 3. Give him 8 points now.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Green's checked in for Ingles. A group of teams that love to run. The NBA leaders in fast break scoring.
And make no mistake, this team loves to get out and run. Whenever they see space to leak out and score fast, they go strong.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Exum passes to Landale. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Hernan Gomez. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
If you give him any sort of space, he's going to attack.
Takes a step back. And that one's good. Giddy's got his second basket.
Oh, showing off his moves. Giddy can be pretty sly with the ball.
To the left wing. It's hauled in by Landale.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. These are his first free throws of the game. That free throw, no good. Both teams deciding to change it up. And the second free throw is good. Gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And the foul on Ben Simmons. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
20 seconds left in the first quarter. There's a screen from Garuba. Rubio passes to Garuba. Over Baines. Garuba with the bucket.
Now, what's the saying? Don't box out, you get your feelings hurt.
Simmons looking around. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And at the end of one, a closely contested game so far. They lead by 2. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points and their reserves delivered.
Yeah, they really trust their depth. They have no problem relying on their bench in crucial situations.
Here's Simmons. Joe Ingles is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Dyson Daniels. Then there's Josh Green. And it's Simmons in at the point guard position. Now here's Simmons, trailing by 2. Baines finds Simmons. Clock at 6. Ingles, a screen on Rubio. Outside, Ingles. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Well, that's what the defense has to do. Make that shot as uncomfortable for him as possible.
There's a screen from Garuba. Takes it inside. Rebounded by Green. Stan, LeBron James is widely regarded as one of the most intelligent players in the league. Who else stands out to you as far as basketball IQ?
Oh, Brian, that's a tough question. There's so many of them. Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. There's just so many intelligent guys in this league. Fans that think it's all about athleticism don't understand how intelligent the best players are.
Here's Garuba. Right at the free throw line. And the basket by Rubio.
Well, they gave him the mid-range. Smart idea to take that one.
Simmons, the pass to Daniels. Inside, Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
Well, sharp interior passing is so important. The best way to create high percentage buckets.
Here's Rubio. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
It was an all-out effort on defense. I mean, they stepped up for one another and helped each other out so well on this end.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Giddey. Down low. Here's Murphy. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Yet to see a basket. And stolen by Simmons. Right side, Green. To the right side. Giddey passes to Green. Outside Giddey. Fires the three. Gets the three ball to go. Giddey's got his third basket on the night right there.
Yeah, Giddey keeping it simple there, taking what the defense gives him.
Back to Rubio. They set a pick. Pass to Hernan Gomez. The three ball. Nails it from three.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Giddey. Uses the glass on the layup. Giddey's got 9 points.
And so much fight in Josh Giddey. He showed it on the interior that time.
Hernan Gomez up top. Back to Rubio. To the wing on the left. Three-pointer. Count it. All three of his attempts have gone in.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Right side Giddey. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Outside Rubio. There's a screen. Here's Hernan Gomez. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. They lead by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half.
They don't want to say it, but they are very confident coming into this one. And who can blame them?
They played some good ball this season. Their opponent, not so much.
Their offense is running like a machine there, Shaq. I mean, they're making calculated decisions, kind of like all of those degrees you have.
Appreciate you joining us.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. One guy who's been getting it done is Josh Giddey.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
They've got Dante Exum, Josh Giddey out there with Patrick Mills. Then it's Joe Ingles, and it's Landale in at the 5, down low. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Diaz, that's good.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Hits a three-pointer.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game, his innate ability to set others up.
Giddey defends. Aldama outside. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Landale.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Ingles, no good.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Here's Diaz. 10 points for him. He drops it from range. Diaz has got 5 points now in the quarter. Incredible game. This lead has been exchanged 8 times.
Tremendous show of will and resilience on both sides.
And the basket is good.
Crafty finish by Giddey, managing to overcome the contest.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. And, Coach, it seems there's a move to cut out some of the cheap fouls in the game. This notion of, if you wouldn't call it on the playground, why do you call it in a game? You like to see where it's going?
Yeah, look, there's some times where I think we'd get a better game if the players do what they did in pickup games, Brian, and just called their own fouls, a lot of these cheap fouls would cease to exist. I think there's just got to be a better recognition from referees on what really impacts a play and what doesn't.
So it's the home team now. 2-point game. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game with the Nets. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Ingles from outside. Counted from distance. Ingles has got 6 points.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Here's Diaz. He's guarded by Mills. Pulls up. Diaz can't get it to go. Gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. And it's Giddey missing.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
A minute and a half left to play in the third quarter here. Ingles defending. Back to Aldama. 5 to shoot. Here's Diaz. From the top of the key, he buries it. He's got 15. Well, we got a close one here in Brooklyn. And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
Pass to Mills. Here's Daniels. Mills with it. Here's the 3. Aldama grabs a board. 50 seconds left in the third. Right side, Rubio. And here's Hernan Gomez. Here's Aldama. Drills it from deep.
Yeah, Aldama can stretch the floor for you when the big man finds quality openings at the arc.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Pass to Mills. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Inside, here's Garuba. And slammed it home, and a foul. A chance at another point at the line. It's going to go on Ben Simmons. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for the away team.
And the free throw, no good. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Leading by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You have to love his unselfishness and ability to make those around him better.
Well, he really just helps tie this team together. They know they can count on him to set them up.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. He was all alone on that one.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
And he knocks down the first one. Good on both. Shooting at a very efficient 67%. Outside Rubio to the paint. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. rallying his guys to make sure they all know the plan. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard and we will win this game.
Thanks for that, Allie. Outside Mills. And it's all from three-point range. Mills has gone just 1 of 5 from deep here. To the middle. Here's Diaz. Count that one. Diaz has got 9 points now in the second half.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
Axum gets the bucket.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got zero quitting.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. It's hauled in by Landale. Shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. Here's Giddey. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
Yeah, how about Giddey tonight? Scoring the ball, such a different matchup. I don't know who they can throw at him right now.
Giddey defends. A minute 58 left in the fourth quarter here. Pass to Aldama. Now here's Hernan Gomez. Shoots over Ingles. Hernan Gomez gets the bucket.
Well, look, Aldama is a very good passer out of the front court.
Gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Here's Giddey. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Giddey's got 4 points this quarter.
When his team needs him, Giddey steps up. Love to see a guy with that kind of fire.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation. Here's Diaz. Misses the 3. Gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Gets it to go. He's now 9 for 11 on the night.
Yeah, the ever-evolving jump shot of Giddey looking better by the season.
And we're about 3 minutes into the fourth now. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Here's Mills. And it's good.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
There's 47 seconds left to play in the fourth. Three-pointer. And nails the tray.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. "40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Landale. And he buries it. A huge shot to tie it up.
Yeah, I just love the game of Giddey. Looks for others first. A great guy to play with.
There's 21 seconds left in the fourth. Picked by Aldama. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, it falls!
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Eight seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Giddey. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game!
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
from deep three-point land. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last-minute shot is offline. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We've got more hoops coming your way in just a minute. Well, 4 quarters weren't enough to decide this ball game. Sit back and enjoy as we move on to overtime. Here we go. Here's Diaz. Joe Ingles is out there with Dante Exum. Then it's Jock Landale. Then it's Josh Giddey. And it's Mills in at the 1. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of this.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards. He's creating good looks and shooting very efficiently.
Here's Giddey. He can't get that one to fall.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Hernan Gomez, no good. 1:05 left in the OT period. To the middle. Here's Landale. Count it!
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Giddey defends. Pass to Diaz. Here's Hernan Gomez. 4 on the clock. The three-pointer off the mark.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
And if you can't force the turnover on that play, then that's not a bad foul.
First team foul. At the line for your home team, Dante Exum, taking 2 shots.
And no good, as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one, and that narrows the gap to 1. And an intentional foul right there.
First team foul.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Patrick Mills. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
Diaz. 2 shots.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, talk about poise under pressure. Buries all of his free throws, and now up 3. They've got to play smart.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Giddey. Cash! And that one brings them within 1.
Late game pressure, no problem. Not a factor in Giddey's concentration.
And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Yeah, no choice but to foul in that situation. Although, that's not the guy you want to send to the free throw line.
And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game. There's 18 seconds left to play in overtime. He connects! Oh, what a sensational bucket! That brings him within 1.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2.
At the line for 2.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
The whole arena knows they need a 3 to force another overtime.
And buries it from deep. Oh, an enormous three-pointer. And Ty Lue has called a timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. To the paint. Here's Diaz. Oh, had a chance to win it right there. Couldn't get it to fall. Another tie, and we're going to have a second overtime. We've got more in store for you right after this. And as we play into another overtime, the tension continues to build. Both teams refusing to lay down.
Here we go.
Giddey defends. Out to the right wing. Aldama outside. Pass to Diaz. Beyond the arc. Offensive board. And he jams it home with authority.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes. Some guys shrink in big moments. And some rise to the occasion.
His arrow's been trending up as of late, and he's been magnificent tonight.
Giddey defends. Pass to Diaz. Shot clock at 5. The 3. Pure from three-point range. Diaz has got 29.
Here's my question. Where is the defensive communication?
Well, I can tell you, this kind of defense will drive coaches crazy.
Now here's Giddey. Defense is right there. Back to Ingles. Down low. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, what determination by Giddey inside. Taking the foul and taking his shot.
Josh Giddey.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that brings him within 2 here.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
Giddey with a defensive effort.
And the game isn't over yet, but they have to move quickly.
Yeah, this one isn't over, but they can't afford to waste any time now.
I'm not sure why they aren't going to him more. He's scoring the ball so well.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. Here's the floater. Money.
That's an important bucket. Now they have to guard the perimeter tight. No threes at all.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
And timeout called by Ty Lue. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. Giddey defends. And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. And now it's time to take another view of that huge swat.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Ooh, no good there. Potential game winner was off the mark. Again, we're tied up as time runs out. We'll go to a third overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Time in front of us. The question is, who will blink first? Nobody wants to give in. A lot of pride on the line now. Here's Diaz. Unloads. And right on target. Shooting has been incredible, 72%. Outside Giddey. From 13 feet, down it goes. Giddey's got 11 points in the quarter.
Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Patrick Mills. That's his third foul of the game. Shot clock at 6. Rebound by Ingles. Pass to Giddey. To take the lead. Aldama grabs the board.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
And here's Hernan Gomez. Money!
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Here's Giddey. Off target with a jump hook. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
And once again, Aldama proves he's someone who can be relied on offensively.
And looking for a quick bucket here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 4-point ball game.
Great work at the line under pressure. They're that much closer to putting this game away.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
At the line for 2, Jock Landale.
First free throw is good. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. And that's good as he hits both shots.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Patrick Mills. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 4-point ball game. And here's Giddey. It falls! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
And if you're wondering why the score is so high, look to the defense being played. Not good.
Not a lot of resistance. And trying to just outscore other teams, generally not the best recipe for long-term success.
And he does get the second one. And that makes it a 3-point lead. Pass to Exum from outside the arc. Oh, bangs home the 3. Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied. And timeout called by Ty Lue. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game.
The NBA never ceases to amaze me.
An amazing finish. It doesn't get any...
Of a shootout.
Yeah, these are two high-powered offenses. I feel for all the defenders in this one because they're going to have their hands full.
Now the starting group for the visitors. And Barrett gets it to go.
Showing improvement in that aspect of his game. Barrett wants to get better firing off the catch.
Doncic passes to Chuncho. Back to Doncic. It's hauled in by Lyle. Shakes him, and he hits the jump shot.
The term deep bag gets thrown around a lot, but it certainly applies to Murray.
And about a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Doncic. And it's good for 2.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Ball stolen. Pushing it up. Here's Chunchar. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Shooting for the away team.
And the first one drops. George, he's checked in for Lyles.
Taking 2 shots.
Both shots good from the stripe.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
And so just over a minute and a half played. Shot from 12. Bucket is good.
Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. People in the know how good of a defender he is.
Now Murray, after Luka Doncic's three-pointer that didn't go. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Barrett. No good from 18.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
To the right side. Doncic outside. Pass to Chunchar. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Barrett. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Olynyk finds Barrett. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Knocks down the 3-ball. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 5. And Will Hardy has called timeout. He wants to talk to his guy. Right now, let's check out the team for the best free throw percentage.
You can't be careless when you play them. I mean, no wasted opportunities at the line. It's a team effort, and they're getting it done.
Pass to Chunchar. There's 45 seconds left here in the first quarter. Just 5 on the clock. And Dragic has it in the corner. Bangs home the trifecta.
Just a smooth operator from distance. They'll be tighter to him next time, I bet.
Clark sets a screen for Brooks. Now Clark. 23 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Pass to Dort. Murray outside. Count it.
And let's be honest, Murray has never seen a shot he didn't like, especially these mid-range jumpers.
Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Breakdown for the defenders, and you can't ask for an easier bucket than that.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. They lead by 1. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
A miss that time would have put him up.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but like the defense was waiting on him that time.
To the paint. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Here's Chancharr. Brooks covering. Here's Toby. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Bounce pass from Alexander Walker. Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries. And you know, Greg, we're seeing so many teams utilizing the dribble handoff.
And it really forces the defense into a bad spot, can create situations where the offense has an advantage, and then it allows you to kind of seek out the matchup.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Well, with this break in the action, let's see which players have had the hot hand lately. Here are the top scorers in the past month. Luka Doncic, 4th.
What a performance offensively. Something has really clicked with his game over this stretch.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Outside, Dort. Pass to Olynyk. And here's Barrett. Trains it from beyond the arc. Barrett's got his second bucket tonight.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And he knocks down the first one.
At the line for the away team, number 33.
Both good from the line that time. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. From outside the arc. Misses the hole, and he's now 3 for 4. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Here's Doncic. That misses, had a chance to tie it there. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside. Nailed from three-point land.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team. Brooks checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Back to Doncic. 6 to shoot. Elbow shot. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Doncic has got 4 points in the quarter. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Murray looking around. Miles a screen on Doncic. Wide open look here for Murray. Hands it from downtown. Murray's got 7.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Up their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Pass to Chancharr. On the wing, Doncic. Over Murray. The wing jumper off target.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Yeah, it's a great look for him. One, they'll try and manufacture again. Those are the shots you want him to take.
And that does it for the first half of play. Up by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
What a rookie class. Here we are, taking the award down to the wire. I don't know who's going to win it, but it...
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the home team. That'll do it for our show tonight.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
They've got Barrett. Trey Lyles out there with Kelly Olynyk. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Murray in at the shooting guard. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. 6 points for him.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic. And a wide open look for Gilgeous-Alexander. The 17-footer goes down.
And this is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Doncic passes to Chanshaw. Pass to Doncic. Fires the 3. Rebound by Murray. Doncic has gone 3 of 9 shooting. Back to Murray. Barrett with the ball.
And have to admire how hard Barrett goes. This kind of assertiveness is what makes defenders feel uneasy.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Listen, 84 is a really good number to post at the foul line, and that's where he's at on the year.
And really, as solid as he's been at the line, I had already chalked those points up. Goes to show you, though, don't take anything for granted.
Pass to Chanshaw. Buries it from three-point range. Chanshar's got 5.
And certain guys dictate the pace of the game. Doncic as much as anyone.
And we've got a timeout for Joe Mazzulla. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. Dort, he's checked in for Trey Lyles. On the wing, Gilgeous-Alexander. Murray down low, guarded by Doncic. Murray kicks to Dort. Shot clock at 6. Olynyk sets a screen for Barrett. It's good from long range. Barrett's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Pass to Chanshaw. Fires from the wing. Count that one.
Easy little jumper for him right there, guys.
It's a close game here in Brooklyn. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. Murray finds Gilgeous-Alexander. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Number 23. Number 23.
Gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Fade away. That one misses. 1:19 left to play in the 3rd. Murray right side. Olynyk, a screen on Dragic. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot is off.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Outside Dragic. Clock at 6. There's the pick. Good work there as it goes. Dragic has got 5 points so far.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
There's 31 seconds left here in the third quarter. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That shot, no good. Gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Outside, Dragic. Here's Blazic. No good. That would have tied it.
That is a disaster. Honestly, I'm embarrassed for him.
And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. They lead by a bucket. And we're coming. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
He does do a great job steering the ship for them out there and keeping the offense clicking.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Dragic taking his time here. To the wing right side. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Pass to Alexander Walker. Misses the three. Just over a minute played here in the fourth. To the wing on the left. To the middle to tie it up. Brooks grabs the board. Getting an unbelievable 70%. You won't see a performance like this too often. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go.
And he got a couple to fall from long distance in the first half, but still looking for that number 3.
It's good. This game is all even.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Both teams will make substitutions. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. During the break, listened in with Joe Mazzulla and his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. When that three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Doncic with a screen on Barrett. Pass to Chanchar. Blazic. He's covered by Murray. Looking to get back on track here. And it's Doncic missing. Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Murray, no good. Shooting has been just great so far, up at 56%. Gilgeous-Alexander against Doncic to take the lead. Rebound by Olynyk.
Another miss from him, struggling to find his rhythm.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
And here's Doncic from the arc. Oh, Doncic with a confident free ball.
Some players shrink when the pressure's on, but he lives for these moments.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. It's good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
Here's Doncic. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Incredible Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personnel. He comes up with the goods on that one.
36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Carries it from outside.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
And we've got a timeout from Joe Mazzulla. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. Thoughts on what Coach wants to do here?
Big chance here to tie it with a bucket.
And you also have to wonder if they'll try for a 3. But they'll probably try for a 2. But if something opens up outside, I doubt that they will hesitate to take it.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't cash in from the high post. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Olynyk. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Doncic. Got it!
Boy, where's the effort defensively? You have got to put up a better fight.
Yeah, these teams have kind of decided to fight this battle on scoring alone. There's not that much intensity on defense.
The visiting club takes the win on the road. Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks.
Look at this matchup. Both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Outside Schroeder. Knocks down the triple.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Here's Giddey. Exum outside. There's a screen, and they call an illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, and that's maybe something that should be called more. We see a lot of moving screens in today's NBA.
Green's checked in for Ingles. Pass to Wagner. 6 to shoot. That shot, no good. Giddy with a defensive effort. Coach, the ceiling seems very high for Franz Wagner. He's shown improvement year after year.
He has, Brian, and he's already so polished offensively. He's got great footwork, great touch, and at his age, I think it's the patience he plays with that really stands out.
Now here's Schroeder. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Inside. And a nice finish on the layup. Schroeder's got 5 now.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Pass to Exum. Puts up a 3. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Yeah, something Giddy has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
Wagner with a screen on Mills. Mills against Schroeder. The 3 is up. He can't hit that time. And here's Giddy, giving this team some energy, averaging a little over 10 points a game. Outside Mills. To the paint. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
You look at Giddy stealing the spotlight. What a jam.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
It was an all-out effort on defense. I mean, they stepped up for one another and helped each other out so well on this end.
And nothing feels better than a win where team defense is the main factor.
Right wing. Wagner outside. 1:33 left to play in the first quarter. Wagner with a screen. He shoots it, and Wagner gets it to go.
Well, it's a luxury that Wagner is so versatile in the two-man game.
Gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. Exum outside. Pass to Giddy. Outside, Green. No good on the 3. Mills against Wagner. Wagner with a screen on Green. And Wagner hits from deep. Wagner's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Yeah, and look at the stroke on Wagner's 3. Total confidence.
On the wing, Green. Let's go with a 3. The shot won't fall.
Well, you like the competitive mindset there. Trying to answer right back. It just didn't fall.
Down low. From 8 feet away. And Wagner gets it to go on the assist from Schroeder.
And at 6'11", Wagner is a threat inside. Good to see him going up with confidence down there.
Now here's Exum. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Exum's got 5 now. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Green against Wagner. Pass to Schroeder. Wagner with a screen. Lets it go from deep. And Schroeder with the 3. Give him 8.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from there.
And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 6. And we'll be back. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
We've got Aaron Baines. Joe Ingles is out there with Josh Green. Then there's Dyson Daniels. And it's Simmons in at point guard.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boy.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring.
We've got Washington. And it's Bunga in at the shooting guard. Stand back in your early coaching days, what was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because the coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Nice. Now here's Ingles. Still without a bucket. Pass to Daniels. This one for three. Sinks the tray.
Yeah, a complete offensive player. Daniels can set people up, and he can knock down shots.
Here in the second quarter, a little over a minute of play. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers.
And when you turn it over against these guys, they make you pay for it. They lead the league in points off turnovers.
So hits one and misses one at the line. Pass to Simmons. And slam dunk by Simmons.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now Hartenstein. Pass to Wagner. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bunga. The 3 is up. The 3 from Washington. That one no good. Here's Furphy. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
And you watch Dyson Daniels on the floor, Coach. He's everywhere on defense.
Yeah, Brian, he's one of the best guys disrupting offenses and getting deflections. He gets his hands in passing lanes. Effort like that will always find minutes.
Now here's Simmons. He has 6. Pass to Baines. Here's Furphy. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks it from distance. Furphy's got 5.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He's going to talk it over with his guys. So both teams changing it up here. And let's take a look at some of the players we expect to participate in this year's dunk contest. Always an exciting event.
Yeah, year after year, these guys find new ways to innovate and stun the judges. It's remarkable stuff.
Well, you look at Wagner, and I could see him moving even higher up in the ranks. He's certainly a talented guy up in the air.
He is for sure, but this list is just packed with real aerial artists. This dunk contest is really going to be something special.
And there you have it. This year's dunk contest field looks incredible. We'll keep you up to date in the voting.
That is always a highlight of All-Star Weekend. Watching guys just fly through the air. And I enjoy watching all of the guys on that list slam it home.
Now here's Wagner. He's got 5. They need this. Connects from downtown.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
Gotten 6 of their 7 shots to go in the second quarter. Giddy with it. His last outing, we saw him score 13. And here's Mills for 3. Hits the trifecta. Mills has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Yes, it's good.
Yeah, Wagner uses his size to muscle through that smothering interior defense.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Well, that's too easy. As he says, let me add to my highlight reel.
Here's Wagner. And the layup is good off the glass. Wagner's got 4 points now in the quarter. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Leading by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
I like how they've been hitting the boards, man. Playing real hard. That's great sign for the second half.
Yeah, but the score is close. And if they want to put...
Now let's change gear. Thanks as always.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. When you look at Franz Wagner, what a contribution.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
Yeah, he's found his spots, been patient with his shot selection, and it's paid off for himself and the team.
Josh Giddey out there with Patrick Mills. Then there's Dante Exum. Then it's Joe Ingles. And it's Landale in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Taylor Jenkins. Now here's Wagner. There's a screen. Launches a 3. Another miss by Wagner. Outside, Ingles. Outside, Giddey. Hey, in 6 attempts, he's made 5. Talk about efficiency.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Outside Schroeder. Pass to De Silva. All right, Stan, if you had it your way, who would you want to see in the dunk contest?
Well, Brian, look, I want to go back to the glory days when the most recognizable guys in the game were the ones that participated. Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins. I think if we could get guys like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, that would be fantastic, but it's got to be the names out there that people know.
Wagner. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed. Wagner's got 11 points.
Yeah, and showing some force inside. Wagner making sure he gets his.
Exum outside. Nails it from beyond the arc. Give him 8 points now.
A nice start to the third. 3 out of 4 and looking good doing it.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Midway through the year, we've got a moment to check out the Eastern Conference standings. Take a look at the visitors here. They've put together the 6th best record in the conference. Into the third. 2 minutes in now.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Right side Schroeder. Pass to De Silva. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Here's Giddey. And give him another one. He's 6 of 8 and looking solid.
Well, he's had it going offensively, helping them build this lead.
Here's the pick. Wagner for 3. Count that one. He's scoring at a nice clip. He's 6 of 9 tonight.
Well, Wagner can be a scoring machine, especially when his team is doing a good job of getting him looks.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Well, it's one thing to push the ball. It's another to take it away. Here are the steals leaders at the point guard position over the last 10 games. 5th on the list, Ben Simmons.
Yeah, he's a pest. He gets under your skin. I mean, all these players have the combination of quickness and intelligence you want in a point guard.
Well, when you have someone who can orchestrate your offense and be the point of attack on defense, it makes life a whole lot easier.
Now here's Exum. Give him 8. And a miss there on the triple. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. With the drive, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And he just powered through contact trying to complete the play.
The away team. 2 shots.
It's both from the stripe. 26 seconds left in the third. Pass to Green. From deep, here's Simmons. Drains the triple. Simmons has got 9 points. Now Washington. Here's Wagner. The third quarter comes to a close. Up by 6. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Now that is an elite level dig. What a great pass.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Mo Wagner, and it's Bonga in at the 2 spot. Outside, Green. Pass to Thibault. And here's Green. Here's Daniels. There's the triple. No luck on that one. Here's De Silva. Out left to the wing. To the inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Now here's Wagner. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. Another shot. It's hauled in by Landale. Landale's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Giddey. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You can tell that Josh Giddey is one sharp player, not just in how he threads passes, but how he moves on the floor and gets around other guys.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Giddey. Well, you look at the so-called super teams that have been assembled in recent years. A lot of cautionary tales.
Yeah, I mean, teams giving up their draft picks for the better part of a decade to bring in a star. It can get ugly really fast if things don't work out. Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And Giddey continues to work on improving his offensive game, including his mid-range jumper.
Here's Wagner. That one's good. He's now 8 for 13.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this season.
Gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Outside Giddy. A minute 29 left to play in the fourth quarter. Back to Exum. The shot's good on the assist by Giddy. Giddy's got 5 assists in the game.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
Here's Wagner. Cash. He's 9 for 14 in the game.
Look, he's doing what he can to try to keep them afloat offensively, continuing to stay aggressive.
Giddy passes to Exum. Shoots from 12. He squares up and sinks it. Exum's got 10 points here in the second half.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one, doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback. Well, you know what's going to happen when he gets a good look. The defense has got to run him off the line.
Here's Giddy. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
2 points. That one goes.
And this is why they go to Wagner here. He can get them the clutch points.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Team foul.
2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
Mills, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
From deep. It's hauled in by Landale. And he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now for the second. And the second of 2 is good. And that makes it a 7-point lead.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
Well, you want your players to keep playing hard, but let's be honest. This game's over.
And here's Giddy. So the home crowd treated to a win. This one was in the balance right until the final seconds.
NBA, they showed their character when it mattered most, sending those fans home happy.
And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying,
It can. Sometimes it's the accumulation by the end of a season, but other times it's just a challenging stretch that can leave you reeling.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the 2-guard spot.
And drawing first blood, you know coach likes that momentum out of the gate.
Well, for us, it'll be interesting. Can they keep that kind of pace up all game long?
Barrett, no good. Pass to Diaz. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. A shot by Diaz, no good. Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one, good.
Good poise there from the young Gilgeous-Alexander, not allowing himself to get rattled.
R.J. Barrett has established himself as a guy who can play a lot of different roles. Brent, a very versatile player.
A versatile player, Kevin, for sure, and the scoring has been there, but I don't think that's what you rely on with R.J. Barrett. You want him to be a complementary player that plays in different positions on the floor to put the defense at a disadvantage. He's that skilled, and he has that ability to grow that way.
Now, here's Olynyk. Pass to Murray. Fires for 3. He can't get that one.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. To the inside. Out left to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Abrinas with the bucket.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
No, he's automatic from the mid-range, and the defense knows that. It's a mistake to give up a shot like that.
Now here's Murray. And right now he's averaging about 7 points a game.
You look at R.J. Barrett on TV, you don't realize the guy is 6'6", 214. He's got that size along with the shooting ability and a nice overall game.
First trip to the line for him here.
2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Barrett nails both of them. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
2 minutes.
Gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And Rubio kicks to Hernan Gomez. That one goes. Count it.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Olynyk, a screen on Rubio. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Gilgeous-Alexander does a lot of things well, and this time playing with some great offensive balance.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Dort, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Almost halfway through the season, let's check out the standings in the East. And you take a look at this home team. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on. .124 left in the first. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop. Now, here's Barrett. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. Pass to Wiles from the arc. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Now, sometimes there's passes and then there's precision passes. Murray with one of those there.
Hernan Gomez a screen. Rubio buries the long-range jumper.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Now, here's Dort.
Hey, who got him?
Olynyk, a screen on Rubio. Murray, good.
You got to be aware of Murray there. You just know he's aiming to get payback with a triple.
Gotten 6 or 7 shots to fall in the first quarter. They're off and running. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's Diaz. There's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Diaz has got 5.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Miles a screen on Rubio. No one covering. He has 6.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
A good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. Up 2. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Lou Dort. Then there's Dylan Brooks. And it's Clark in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Brent, there can't be any question now that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has arrived as an NBA superstar.
No doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you finish in the top 3 of MVP voting. That is a stamp of approval. SGA, one of the more feared players in the game, and this guy is on his way.
That one drops for him.
Well, this has always been a bit of an issue. Ricky Rubio, his finishing ability on the inside, but gets it done that time.
We've got Gilgeous-Alexander. Clark is out there with Lou Dort. Then it's Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. Here's Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. And he makes that one.
That's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Brandon Clark is out there with Lou Dort. Then there's Dylan Brooks. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Alexander Walker in at the shooting guard. Fast break, here we go. That's tipped. Now, here's Dort. T right on him. Out to Brooks. Clark, a screen on Rubio. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. So both teams making some changes here. Brent, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
Drills the three-pointer.
Three-point shot has always been part of Ricky's game. Consistency is what he struggles with.
Gilgeous-Alexander finds Murray. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Rubio with it. Out-guarded by Murray. Basket good. Rubio's got 7 points for the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Gilgeous-Alexander looking around. Hits the three-point bomb. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 9.
SGA doesn't rely on the 3 to get his points, but man, when it's falling, watch out.
Rubio the pass to Hernan Gomez. Now Eldama. Rubio outside, 6 to shoot. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. They get it back. Rubio against Gilgeous-Alexander. Rubio missing again. Wonderfully up to this point, 67%. Double team on Gilgeous-Alexander. Good on the triple. 5 points in the game.
RJ right there moving without the basketball, and that helps him to get to an open spot on the floor. That creates the rhythm.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Rubio. Hernan Gomez with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Without the points they've gotten off the bench, this game wouldn't be as close as it is. Can you count on that in the second half? It's debatable, man.
And the next topic to thanks for spending half.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Ricky Rubio has been sensational.
Something has kicked him into gear tonight as he has done work on the offensive end.
I think he's enjoying it too. So rare to have an offensive explosion from him. You know his teammates are loving that as well.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Santi Aldama is out there with Hernan Gomez, and it's Abrinas in at the 2 guard. To Diaz. Traps in the tray. Diaz has got 8 points.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
And Olynyk kicks to Lyles. Outside, Barrett. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game.
Come on, SGA. Put some sauce on it.
Pass to Hernan Gomez. Back to Abrinas. Now Aldama. This one for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Aldama's got his second basket.
The defense a step slow. You can see the result.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires from deep. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Pass to Diaz. Beyond the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. He's got 11.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Murray outside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That's in there. Murray with the assist.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Brent, it seems like throughout his career, Gilgeous-Alexander has an answer to whatever the defense might throw at him.
Well, the defenses don't have answers to stop him, Kevin. I know that. This guy is so quick with the basketball. He's so good at adapting on the fly with the ball, getting around the initial defender to make plays. Superstars have that quality. SGA has it in spades.
Dort, he's checked in for Trey Lyles.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Murray. Good on the three-point shot. Murray's got 9.
Well, a polished score and good recognition as Jamal Murray understood the timing that he needed to catch and fire.
Here's Abrinas. Off target from 3-point range.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Murray. Hernan Gomez grabs the miss. Gotten 4 of the first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. Down low. And he banks in the lane. Hernan Gomez has got 4 points in the quarter.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Murray looking around. Again, the miss by Murray.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Fires the three. Keeps it alive. Keeping a hot 57% from the field in the third. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 13 feet away. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists tonight.
Slithering around the floor, Gilgeous-Alexander gets to his spot.
Hernangomez with a screen on Murray. Here's Rubio. And count it from 19 feet away. He's got 15. The third quarter comes to a close. Up 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Has been sensational. 75% for the game. We've got Lou Dort, Nickeil Alexander-Walker out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Brandon Clark, and it's Brooks in at the 3, the small forward. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Taruba. Brooks grabs the board. Hitting it as well as you're going to see, 67%. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target from outside. Now Hernangomez. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. On Tuesday and then on Wednesday. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Miles kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Murray outside. Just 4 to shoot. 3-pointer. Hernangomez grabs the miss. Hernangomez has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Barrett dishes to Murray. Drills it from outside.
Well, they're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from 3-point range.
And the timeout called here by Tyronn Lue. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. While the team is up, Coach doesn't want his team to let up. He told the team to finish this game. Do not think this will be easy. We've seen comebacks before. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks so much, David. Got a hand on it. Fast break, here they come. Here's Diaz, pass to Abrinas. Count that one.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Line for the away team. Abrinas at the line for 1.
One shot.
And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Murray. Got a piece of it. Here's Abrinas. Here's Diaz. Here's Aldama. And Aldama slams it in.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Right side, Gilgeous-Alexander. No good off the back of the rim. Gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Pass to Abrinas. Back to Aldama. Here's Diaz. Just 5 on the clock. Shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Lyles. For 3, Murray hits it from three-point range. Murray's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Really, Murray can hit from anywhere on the arc. The corner 3 is just another trick he has up his sleeve.
And finished off by Hernangomez. A big bucket there to quiet this crowd.
And they need something to cheer about again, and soon.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
SGA quickly becoming the guy you want with the ball in his hands down the stretch.
And now we've got the intentional foul.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Home team on D. They trail by 6. Pass to Hernangomez. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Jamal Murray. First personal foul. Third team foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Willie Hernangomez. 2 shots.
And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And not as productive a trip as you would like, but they're still in a pretty comfortable position.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Diaz, good.
Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
And he commits the intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And so the timeout by Joe Mazzulla here. What do you think, guys?
Trying to keep hope alive, but I don't see them making a comeback.
Yeah, this is the classic too little, too late. The effort coming and not enough time for them to get back in it.
Six seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And an intentional foul right there.
Personal foul. 15 foul.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. The visiting club takes the win on the road. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that's...